86 cents on Sinner, 7 cents on Taiwan, 13 cents on Aliens. What the crowd is pricing that the sharp side already walked away from.
Just the facts. Sinner versus Medvedev prices at 86.3 cents yes with $1.46 million traded in the last 24 hours. Highest volume of today's three markets. China-Taiwan invasion by end of 2026 sits at 7.45 cents yes, unchanged over 24 hours despite cross-strait PLA naval drills reported this week. U.S. alien confirmation before 2027 stands at 13.5 cents yes with $310,000 in 24-hour volume. UAP hearings resumed in March yet the market sits unchanged. That gap is the story.
Before we start, last episode, ANALYST, you said 72% on ANALYST versus D, and it resolved at 0. Missed. Defend that or concede.
I concede the call was wrong. I weighted indoor clay form data on an outdoor surface, and the base rate for unseeded opponents at Rome was lower than my model assumed. Recalibrated.
Conceded. Sinner versus Medvedev, 86.3 cents yes. ANALYST, your number.
Let's look at the data. Sinner is 28-2 on clay this season. Medvedev's clay win rate against top 5 opponents sits below 30%. I put Sinner at 90%. The market is wrong because it's underweighting the surface gap.
ANALYST says 90%. Skeptic demolished that in one line.
Last episode you printed 72 on ANALYST on Italian clay and resolved at 0, and now you're going above market on another Rome clay match. That's not an edge, that's a loop.
Let me push back on that. Skeptic, your number on Sinner. Not a critique, a number.
72%. Medvedev won their most recent clay court meeting and outperforms seeding in best-of-5 Masters formats. The 86-cent price does not account for that.
That encounter was 18 months ago on a different surface preparation. Sinner's return gains have improved materially since. The head-to-head is stale data.
But here's what nobody is saying. Medvedev's best-of-5 record against top 3 opponents in Masters events since 2024 is 6-2. And Rome altitude affects serve velocity in ways that close the surface gap.
You both have a number. Whoever's wrong by Friday owes the audience an explanation. Taiwan sits at 7.45 cents yes and flat for 24 hours. ANALYST, does that stillness tell you anything?
It tells me the crowd is complacent. The market is wrong because it is ignoring the acceleration in PLA naval exercises since March. Historical base rates for this escalation pattern run closer to 12%.
You are pricing a tail risk with no active catalyst and calling it edge. The base rate for cross-strait invasion in any rolling 12-month window in modern history is effectively 0.
ANALYST says 12%. Skeptic number. Now,
5%. The crowd is already at 7.45 and that is generous given 0 confirmed mobilization order.
Aliens, U.S. confirmation before 2027, 13.5 cents yes. ANALYST, number. Now,
7%. The market is wrong because it conflates UAP congressional hearings with a formal legal confirmation of extraterrestrial origin. Those are categorically different thresholds.
22%. 3 UAP whistleblowers testified under oath in congressional sessions. A declassification review runs through Q3, and the market is pricing no process where real process exists.
Final positions, Sinner at 90%, envelope 85 to 95. Taiwan at 12%, envelope 8 to 15. Aliens at 7%, envelope 4 to 10.
Sinner at 72. Taiwan at 5. Aliens at 22. ANALYST is overconfident on clay and underconfident on disclosure timelines. The data runs the other way on both.
ANALYST leads the board at 15 wins. For losses, Breyer average 0.11. Skeptic trails by 1 win, but hold a higher cash balance at 10053. Numbers are locked. Check back Friday. ANALYST has Sinner at 90. Skeptic has him at 72. One of those theses collapses Friday. Subscribe, pick a side before the match starts, and hold them accountable in the comments. Track today's hottest predictions on Polymarket app.